It's Friday. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. It's almost quitting time. Well, it's probably about quitting time wherever y'all are. Let's see if we can just more favorable. I hope you guys have been well. You had a good week. Depends on where you are. You may be in a scenario where you've been in the house all week, stuck in the house with snow that you may not normally get. Hopefully, hopefully, that is not a sign for the winter ahead. Hopefully. But we shall see. We are at May of our 2025 group travel calendar. So, guys don't know, we do group travel events. We will be doing one pretty much every month of this year. We talked about April last, talked about April yesterday, as well as March the day before. We'll be doing our relocation tours to Medellin for those people that are looking and interested into moving to Colombia. And then we will also be doing a very special event. You and me and R&B, it'll be their first time coming to Cartagena, Colombia, April 10th through the 14th. So you guys make certain that you are tuned in for those events, and we will lead into Memorial Day weekend. We will be doing the second annual SpelHouse International trip. So, second annual means that there was a first. Last year, we took some of our SpelHouse group out to Cartagena, Colombia. They voted and decided that is where they wanted to go. And this year, they chose San Andres Island, Colombia for Memorial Day weekend. Now, you guys might not even know what SpelHouse is. That is perfectly fine. SpelHouse is the community of Spelman College and Morehouse College. Collectively, they are called SpelHouse. They have their HBCU homecoming together. That is in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we've gotten older, I got a lot of feedback from some of my classmates, both in my class as well as just people that were also alumni. And what I found out was people love the vibes of what SpelHouse homecoming, graduation weekend, what all of those things bring. However, people were looking for something a little bit different. Maybe we have gotten past the point of just going to clubs and popping bottles. Not saying if you still do that, that's fine. But some people are interested in more travel experiences. So the SpelHouse trip came up, the international trip came up because it was what the people wanted. The people were looking for something different. So the opportunity to take the elements of the SpelHouse homecoming and bring those on the road to a different, unique tropical destination each year. That is why we're here. So Memorial Day weekend, May 22nd through the 26th, we will actually be in San Andres Island, Colombia. Now, I'm here in Medellin, Colombia, and a lot of you people may be saying, what is San Andres Island, Colombia? Good question. Well, it's one of Colombia's best kept secrets. I say that is because most of you have never heard of it. Most of you guys have ambitions to go to the Maldives and Fiji and places where the water is crystal clear and there's so many different colors of blue. Well, best kept secret, it is not a situation where you have to go all the way over another side of the world to go see these things. San Andres Island is a Colombian island off of the coast of Nicaragua. It's about an hour and a half flight from Cartagena, so I think it's about 2 hours or so from Medellin. This particular island it's got some amazing things. One, it's known as the Island of Seven Blues. So seven actual blues. The water there is some of the most beautiful water you will ever lay your eyes on. And you didn't even know that it existed before you tuned in. So that water is one of the most amazing things. The food there, I had a snapper that was this big, and it didn't cost me even $20 to even have that. It was one of the most amazing meals that I've had. The experience in regards to the culture aspect there. There's a unique scenario in San Andres Island, Colombia, that many people don't know. Years ago, generations ago, they took enslaved people from Jamaica and brought them to the island to help build the island up. This island is relatively small. You can actually drive around it in about an hour or so in an island buggy or a moto. But there's a north end and there's a south end. The north end is where the bigger hotels and nightlife and things of that nature are. Whereas the south end, that is where the experience of the Rise Out people come into play. It's one of the only places in Colombia where the native people there actively speak English Creole, which from our ears and coming from America sounds very much like Jamaican patois that we're used to. So the opportunity to take people that love an HBCU homecoming, the opportunity to take people that love the vibes of an HBCU experience, and give you guys the opportunity to say, hey, I didn't even know this place existed. Yet this is one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been able to come to, and not many of you guys know. So consider yourself in some of the privileged few. If one, you are considering attending. Two, if you are actually even on this live right now and going Google and saying, "Where's San Andres Island? Is this guy telling me something that's accurate?" Sounds like Louisiana. No, seriously. So that is one of the biggest things that we're going to be able to take away from this outside of the elements that we're going to get into regarding the itinerary. But this is a opportunity to blend food, fun, history, and culture in a unique way in a place that your heart might have known that you wanted to go, but your head didn't. So we'll get in Thursday. You guys will be coming from varying places. I will tell you, based off of where you're coming from, it may be easier for you to spend a night in Medellin or Cartagena, depending on the flight times. There are a number of different flights. I know Louisiana, Atlanta, maybe South Florida, I believe in New York as well. You guys can get there in one day, no problem. You can get there in most of the times in one day, except for like California. But it just comes down to how much flight time you want. I'll be leaving from Medellin, to be honest with you. So if you guys happen to come, you could actually be probably riding with me. What I will tell you is Thursday we will get in. You guys will be staying at the Aquamari Hotel. The Aquamari Hotel is a beautiful beachfront hotel. There we have daily breakfast that is included. Then we're going to get into what we're doing at nighttime. So when I tell you guys you do have to travel, I will always tell you our first night that we put something on, we understand that you came from a far place. We want to give you guys the opportunity, one, not to feel overwhelmed with having traveled all day and then turning around and having to just jump right into the fire. Now, we're not going to do anything like, we're going to put you to sleep or anything. However, we do our welcome dinner, which acts as an icebreaker, a meet and greet. We want to get you guys to know who we are. We want to know who you are, where you're from, why'd you come on this trip. You also want to get to know the people that are around you. So many people come on our trips and don't know. They may come by themselves. They may come with one or two friends, but they meet other people and then they become part of their travel friends and community. And then they all want to go on the next group trip together. Sorry about that. Somebody said that. Hopefully, that is a little bit better. Um, the light is apparently bad on one feed, but we get you guys in. We get you guys to a group dinner. The group dinner is designed just to give you guys some good food, welcome you to the island. Kind of get your vibes ready because Friday definitely does start off a fun time. So I definitely saw somebody's question about how do I get there? The airport. Just a heads up, the airport is ADZ. Airport. If you guys are interested in that, it's Gustavo Rojas Pinilla International Airport. You'd be surprised. There's not going to be a lot of Americans there besides us, because a lot of the people that are coming, even though it's an international airport, they're coming from South America. They're coming from Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, these kind of places. But you guys will be getting, once you get checked in, you actually will be getting your own two-person buggy. So I told you, you guys can drive around the island in 1 hour. And the north end and the south end provides different views, beautiful sunset views, beautiful water. You guys into scuba diving, snorkeling. I think I missed a question. What are we talking? We're talking about going to San Andres Island, Colombia, May 22nd through the 26th, which is Memorial Day. It's a group trip that we are putting together, and it is already together. People are already coming. It just depends on whether or not you are coming. But right now, we're actually going over the itinerary. As I mentioned, you guys will get checked in. You will get access to your island buggy. Your island buggy is a 2-person buggy. We do have ones that go up to 6, depending on how many people you have in your party is essentially how many people you're going to have in your buggy. But you do get that. So it does give you some autonomy. We want to give you guys some ability to kind of feel the island vibes, get out in a scenario where it's not so, okay, you have to hop in a van and then go here. And you're like, man, this is really nice. No, you're going to be in the open air buggy where it's going to be really, really, really beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to you guys doing that. Whereas on Friday, we're going to get into Friday, we're going to do the island scavenger hunt. So we will literally be on the north end at the Aquamare Hotel. You guys will get in your buggy on our way to our beach club party. The island scavenger hunt gives you a number of Instagrammable moments to be able to capture on your way to the beach party. So there's you guys know that stuff. They've got the little wings that's behind you, and these are all set in beautiful cliffs and backdrops where everything that you guys are thinking about when it comes to let me get this for the gram. This is exactly that. So we'll give you some unique stops on the way to the beach party so that you guys can feel like you're getting your Instagram worth with those things. Now, when you get to the beach party, we'll get you guys a welcome drink. There, this beach club is dope. It's for my people that aren't interested too much into water. We've got you, Michael Jordan. We've got you for certain because you don't have to get in the water. The vibes are there. The food is amazing. Like I'm only thinking about the coconut rice and garlic shrimp right now. That is really what's on my heart right now, just even talking to you guys about this. But we're really going to take that tailgate experience, that Saturday vibe, that SpelHouse International, SpelHouse Homecoming vibe, and we're going to take that and essentially provide a tailgate experience at a beach club. So we'll have all the music that you guys are used to, infused with some Colombian flair. We've got some, you guys be able to get in the water. They've got lily pads out there. People get out there and just vibe out all day. You guys will have the ability to enjoy the beach club, enjoy the party there. If you go a little bit further, there's opportunities just to lay on the beach and it's quiet. The way the beaches are set up on the south side are really unique because you get onto the sand and then there's the ocean that is right there. But then there's also this huge bank that is going across that is almost dividing the ocean from another portion of the ocean. And you can actually get on that other side of the bank and still be in knee deep water. It's like really like it's very, very picturesque. And you guys will be able to kind of take the chillness of the island vibes. You guys can go to link.me/mood travel club if you guys are interested. Link.me/mood travel club. All of the information and details for this trip and the entire 2025 calendar are there. Thank you for asking that question. Link.me/mood travel club. Our site will be launching next week. So you guys will be able, after, if you guys go there now and sign up, you'll be perfectly fine. I got you. But afterwards, you guys will be able to go to our website and literally see everything that not only we have to offer from a trip perspective, but more so about who we are, because you guys always want to know when somebody invites you somewhere, who's all going? That's usually a big thing. So making certain that you guys kind of understand who we are and where it is that we're going. No, we're not that at all. But so Friday we'll be doing the island scavenger hunt and the beach club party. At nighttime, you guys will get back, get changed. It's time to set the mood. Friday night, we will be going to a reggae concert. So dinner will be in, you will have dinner and a reggae concert. So a live reggae band Friday night. That's going to be super fun. The food there, if you guys are into seafood, this is 100% the trip for you. I say that is because they give you a lobster bisque, and we are from America, so we know how much lobster bisque costs, like a really good one. But this lobster bisque is like $8, but it's more lobster than bisque. It is full of lobster, and it's one of the best things. It's not, you can get plenty of other things. I'm just, when I talk about San Andres, it just makes me think about food, and I just start reminiscing. So realistically, the reggae concert, you guys have got dinner included there. You got the vibes of the reggae concert, and then your rest of your night will be at leisure. You guys can walk the boardwalk. There's nightclubs that are out there for you guys to go to. You can chill, relax. It's kind of up to you guys. We want to give you guys some structure without giving you guys rigidity. Um, Saturday, you guys are definitely going to love that because the Island of Seven Blues. It would be a damn shame not to take you to the island to take you to the Island of Seven Blues and not put you on the water. So we're going to go out on a boat day. This boat day one, it takes you through the mangroves. The mangroves, there's a lot more vegetation there. You get an understanding of why these mangroves are so important to the people of San Andres Island. It really actually protects them from a lot of the elements that you may see as far as hurricanes and different things of that nature, because it's an island. It is completely in the middle of the water. Now, one of the things I didn't tell you guys about the airport, which is really cool, the airport actually sits on the beach. So if you're on the north end and you're laying down on the beach, you can just see beautiful planes coming over this crystal clear water. It's one of the most beautiful things you're going to see with your two eyes. But also, if you don't want a buggy, you can get a moto. However, I will tell you, shout out to my guy Juan Carlo in San Andres, and you guys will have to prove that you can drive the buggy. I mean, the moto. If you do not know how to drive a moto, you're just better off with the Island Beach buggy. It's the safest way to go, in my opinion. But Saturday, we will get you guys onto the water. There are a number of sandbars out there. The water is so unique because you would think that it would be deep. This water, you look like you could almost get out and walk next to the boat as it's going out to the sandbar. You guys will be able to go snorkeling. The fish are this big right in front of you: blues, greens, yellows, reds. These fish are beautiful. There's some sunken things down there where even if you're not a scuba diver, you can get in and see these things. So we really want to give you guys the opportunity to, like I said, take those SpelHouse vibes, even if you didn't go to SpelHouse. Everybody has crashed somebody else's homecoming tailgate, somebody's homecoming event. Do the same. We're really just giving people an opportunity to take the love and stuff that they're looking for, just give it to them at a different time. Um, so Saturday is definitely going to be a fun day there. We'll link up for dinner Saturday night after the boat day as well. And then Sunday, I mentioned the Rizal people. The Rizal people will be giving us a very informative dance and music scenario, as well as a rondon experience. So rondon is a cultural dish that is uniquely only served elsewhere in Jamaica. So I mentioned a connection with those two countries and those two people, and this is a dish that has a lot of history in it. It's a fish dish that was made, and it was made years ago, and it's been consistently made. You're going to get the understanding of that, get a better understanding of who the Rizal people are. You're going to also get another concert at this scenario. So these guys are always going to give you the opportunity for music, and this chance gives you to fuse some of the food and the music and the culture. Literally, this guy is playing in a live band. I've never seen this ever. I'm like, he's playing this thing, and I'm like, I don't recognize this as an instrument. Well, because it wasn't. It was a horse's jawbone. The man was playing the horse's jawbone, and he was utilizing the teeth as different methods to get a rhythm off. And I was like, what the heck is, I've never seen that before. And it was people got up, started dancing. It's a celebration of a culture and a history that you may not be familiar with, but seems all too familiar. If you guys know what I mean. So Thursday through Sunday, they're designed to kind of unwrap some of these things, give you some of this food, the fun, the history, the culture, the beautiful beach water that you guys are looking for. You want to spend all this money to go on the other side of the world, and there's so much on this side that you guys just don't even know about. My job here living in Colombia is to give you heads up that, hey, there's some other things that might not just be, oh, let me go to Cartagena for the weekend. Yes, we'll do that also. But there's so much more of Colombia. There's so much more of this particular even side of the world to see with these different countries. So many more stories to be able to be told. So that is the SpelHouse International trip, the second annual. So annual means we're going to do it this year. We're going to do it another again next year. We want to make certain that we have something for you guys to put on your calendar as we continue to mature. We want to continue to do things that our community wants to do and spend their time doing. So let's get into pricing, because we talked about we've got drinks and food situations. Nighttime, you guys have dinner included. You guys will have the pontoon day, the Rizal Rundown experience. You've got the Island Beach buggy. We've got these things set up for you. You've got your welcome drink at the the tailgate beach party. So there's a lot of things that are included within this pricing. We'll get into it right now. It's super straightforward. Our double occupancy, 2 people in one room, $1,500 a person. Super straightforward. This does not include your flight. Your single occupants are going to start off at $2,000 per person. If you guys want an upgraded room with a balcony, there is a little bit different pricing. That information is listed onto the website. Make sure you guys go to link.me/Mood Travel Club. You can see this particular one, which is May 22nd through the 26th, as well as all of the rest of the 2025 travel calendar. So just make certain that you guys are at least aware of where we're going, what we're doing, where we're staying, what it includes, and how much it costs. Because those are usually the biggest things in determining on whether or not you end up going to a trip. Now, I will get out of here, but before I do, I will be back in about an hour. So, as I mentioned, I do live here in Medellin, Colombia. For everybody on TikTok, y'all might want to jump onto YouTube at 6:30. Black Expat Life in Colombia. We will be going live. We're going live with William Easley. William Easley is an expat that lives in Panama. He is going to be able to give you some information because I get so many people asking me about, well, what about the other places? Do you know anything about Panama or Mexico? And there's so many of these things that may be on your radar as far as I'm looking to move abroad, but I don't know where to start. Well, 6:30. This is where you start. We'll be going over our relocation tours, why you would want to go on a relocation tour, what it actually does for somebody that is in a position to move abroad, how much it costs, what you're actually going to receive when you come, because William also does relocation tours to Panama. So giving you guys the opportunity not just to have to wing it, not to have to piece it together, but realistically giving you the steps that you need, whether it's the trip that you need to feel like, hey, I'm getting a break from America, I'm out of here, or the steps that you need to say, hey, I'm done. I'm breaking them up. I'm breaking up with America. I'm out of here. We do these every day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a special occasion. Tomorrow is also a special occasion because we will be on at noon Eastern time with Bintu. Bintu lives in Qatar. She's originally from Philadelphia. We went to high school together, and she's been living in Qatar teaching English, I think, for almost 2 years now. So I think we moved almost at the same time. So we will be on in about an hour with William. So everybody that's interested in Panama, make certain you come back here. William will be on. Everybody on TikTok, you will only be able to see me unless you go to YouTube, Black Expat Life in Colombia. Then you'll be able to see William ask questions, things of that nature, but you will be able to hear him. And then we'll be back on tomorrow with Bintu for people that are considering moving to the Middle East and Qatar. And she can tell you, because I know a lot of people ask me, well, how can I find work? She found work. So we'll get into that and what that looks like. I appreciate you guys. If you are on your way home, be safe getting home. Make certain if the snow is still on the ground that you look before you leap. Don't bust yourself on some ice because it's going to hurt. I'll see y'all in about an hour. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always.